Well, thank you, Jim. And good morning, veterans, ladies and gentlemen, and guests. And may I just say to all the veterans, thank you for your service. And to those who stayed behind, the people who ran the homes while we served, thank you very much. It is an honor for me to speak at this 65th Veterans Day ceremony marking the end of the Korean War. 65 years ago, November 11th, 1953, I was stationed at Kunsan Air Force Base, Kunsan, South Korea. As I walked the once very busy flight line, the guns were silent, and the only missions are to Japan to get supplies and aircraft maintenance. My Korean tour of duty was nearing an end. I looked forward to going home. I had my stateside assignment, Nellis Air Force Base, Las Vegas, Nevada. That was in 1954, so it was a lot different in Las Vegas then than it is now. Lest we forget, let me share some facts about the Korean War we may have forgotten. Nearly 1.8 million Americans served in the Korean theater. 33,652 were killed in action. 103,284 were wounded. 8,196 were MIAs, and 3,746 were POWs. There were 103 Medal of Honor recipients, and I'm pleased, and I'll read his later. One was a member of the 8th Bomb Squadron, which I was a member of. 22 nations served under the United Nations flag and fought by our side. More than 1 million South Koreans died. As a Korean War veteran, today is very special, and I would like to share with you some of my unit's experience. I served with the 8th Bomb Squadron, 3rd Bomb Group, 3rd Bomb Wing of the United States 5th Air Force. The B-26, Martin Murata, was the plane of choice of the 8th Bomb Squadron for our day and night missions. The B-26 served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. Members of the 8th Bomb Squadron were among the first casualties of the Korean War, which started June 25, 1950. On June 28, 29, 1950, two B-26 bombers of the 8th Bomb Squadron and the 13th Bomb Squadron and two jets of the 339th Fighter Squadron were shot down, claiming 6 lives. During the 1,126 days of combat, our unit flew 33,222 day and night missions. The primary mission of the 8th Bomb Squadron and the 3rd Bomb Group and other bomb groups who were in Korea were day and night interdiction. Now, day and night interdiction is destroy by firepower, or put another way, steady bombardment of enemy positions for the purpose of delaying and disorganizing progress, concentrating our air attacks on road traffic, rail traffic, combatants, and supplies near the front lines. During the 1,126 days of combat, units of the 3rd Bomb Group were credited with the following destructions: 31,000 vehicles, 337 locomotives, 2,900 boxcars, 114 bridges, and so forth. The total armament expended amount to more than 100 million pounds of rockets, bomb, and armor-piercing incendiaries. The long-awaited armistice had been signed, and on July 27, 1953, at 2200 hours, the ceasefire would take effect. It was very fitting that the 8th Bomb Squadron was selected to fly the last combat mission of the war, that it had flown the first mission. On July 27, 1953, a B-26 Night Intruder, bearing the yellowtail, that's how we designated our planes, red, yellow, blue, and so forth. And for the 8th Bomb Squadron, it was yellow. Bearing the yellow tail of the 8th Bomb Squadron opened its bomb bay doors, and at 21:36 hours, dropped the last load of bombs that were detonated during the Korean War. During the Korean War, the 8th Bomb Squadron lost 101 officers and airmen. Having served as a proud member of the 8th Bomb Squadron, I would like to recognize and honor two officers that are missing in action, presumed dead, and read the inscriptions of these two veterans as it appears on the corpse of the missing at the Honolulu, Hawaii Memorial. John Springer Walmsley, Captain, U.S. Air Force, missing in action, presumed dead, 14 September 1951. Captain Walmsley was a pilot of a B-26 Invader bomber of the 8th Bomb Squadron, 3rd Bomb Group. During a night mission, September 14, 1951, he expended his bombs on enemy rail positions near Yeongdeok, Korea. Then he directed friendly aircraft fire by using the aircraft's air searchlight to illuminate the target, illuminate the target, excuse me. He continued until his aircraft was shot down by enemy aircraft fire. He was listed as missing and presumed dead on February 28, 1954. For his leadership and great valor, Captain Walmsley was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. His wife was presented the Medal of Honor at Bolling Air Force Base on June 12, 1954. Sherman R. Beatty, Colonel, U.S. Air Force, missing in action, presumed dead, April 1st, 1953 in Korea. Colonel Beatty was a veteran of World War II. In Korea, he was the wing commander and the pilot on a B-26 Invader bomber with Headquarters Squadron 3rd Bomb Wing, based at Kunsan Air Force Base. On April 1st, while on a night mission, he was hit by enemy, his aircraft was hit by enemy aircraft fire and landed in a rice paddy. It was a privilege and an honor to have served my country, and I've always felt that everyone should give something back to their country and their community. As President Kennedy once said, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Having served in the United States Air Force and serving in Korea was giving back to my country. And serving on the Wellington Village Council for 4 years and serving as mayor for 8 years was giving back to my community. In my opinion, the real monument to veterans of the Korean War was whether communism or individual freedom would prevail. Individual freedom prevailed in a very large measure because of America's stand in Korea and all of the veterans who fought and died in Korea for this freedom. On June 25, 2000, the 50th anniversary of the Korean War, the then President of the Republic of Korea, Kim Dae-jung, sent a letter to all Korean veterans, offering his greatest gratitude for our noble contribution to the efforts to safeguard the Republic of Korea and uphold the liberal democracy around the world. On the 60th anniversary of the Korean War, former United States Secretary of Defense, Leon E. Panetta, wrote in a certificate of appreciation to all Korean veterans, through your selfless sacrifice, the tide of communism was turned on the Korean Peninsula and halted, and liberty transpired overturned. The Department of Defense and peoples of America and Korea are eternally grateful. I hope in some small way I have portrayed a look of what the war really is. It's not home, it's not fun, it's not a game, and it's not pretty. 65 years ago, we lost aircraft by ground fire and anti-aircraft. Now rockets, guided missiles, and other sophisticated methods of destruction are being used. Who knows what will be next? I'm going to read something now. I may have a tough time, and if my wife would come up and stand beside me. Come on, sweetheart. I have a tough time getting through some of this, and I think you'll know why. Remember, has given us freedom of religion. Remember, it's the veteran, not the editor, who has given us freedom of the press. Remember, it's the veteran, not the poet, who has given us freedom of speech. Remember, it is the veteran, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to assemble and demonstrate. Remember, it's the veteran, not the politician, who has given us the right to vote. Remember, it's tough. Remember, it's the veteran who salutes the flag, who serves under the flag, whose coffin is draped by the flag, and whose ultimate sacrifice allows the protester to burn the flag. Thank you all, and God bless the United States of America.